Good afternoon. Welcome to the Finance Committee meeting, February 11th, 2025. We'll call the meeting to order. Are there any declaration of pecuniary interests?
None known.
No delegations. We can circulate the prior meeting's minutes. Are there any questions about those
No.
meeting minutes? Okay. I don't believe there are any ongoing tasks carried forward from the previous meeting.
Correct.
That we can move on to number 8, the Health and Safety Committee. I reviewed it and I did not have any questions. Have any questions?
I did not.
Oh. Okay, number 9, new business. Are there any upcoming village events that you're aware of?
This Family Day, and there's free skating from 10 to 11:30 on, so that's Monday. Let me double check.
That's right.
Right,
Family Day from 10 to 11:30.
11:30, and that's sponsored by Village Council.
Review of the financial statements.
Sorry if I may, new business. I have an item that I didn't circulate and I just got finished putting this together yesterday. So, and it's not a complete list, but it's just where we're at on capital projects for the finance administration department so far. So appreciation night, Canada Day, community calendar, and Christmas in the village are kind of events that just, we've done each year. They're not really capital items, but they have always been considered in the capital budget. 2026 election reserve, I don't have an amount there yet. But our plan has always been to put aside a certain amount of money each year, and then in the 4th year, take the money out of the reserve to pay for the election costs. The vintage in the village was pre-approved by council at 12,500. Radar device I put in here. I meant to check with Mike and see if he'd put it into one of his 44 projects, but a member of council, I can't even remember who it was now, asked to at least consider putting another radar device in the budget. So it's there and, whatever happens. So then the next two are the big ones. A replacement server and then sonic wall replacement. So those are like IT type things. And both those items have just come to the end of their lifespan. And the IT people are recommending that they be dealt with this year. 150th anniversary. We started the reserve last year. So just if there's a further contribution this year to that. Provision for reserves is the amount that gets carried over from the casino each year. So one thing we have not done at all in any department is considered revenues yet. We've only been looking at the different projects. So I didn't even give any thought to what we might take from reserves. So that's the money that comes from casino revenue to offset costs in the operating department. Didn't put a number in there. Asset management is something we may or may not need to do something with. Computer equipment upgrade, I believe, is just something we put in every year, and it's fairly substantial. I want to say last year was $90,000, and then we put the money into reserves and then use money from there. We may be able to pay. I could tell. So we might.
I mean, it would definitely fall under that category.
Yeah. So I don't know for sure if what we'll do there, but I put the item just in case. And then financial software replacement. As you're aware, we've had a little bit of trouble with our software here a month or so ago. And
is that the code that or the number that we're kind of sitting at?
Yeah, and it's not really based on anything at this time. It's just a number that's there. I talked to Jane. I said, do you have any idea really what? So that's what it's based on. Okay. It's not based on having talked to anyone. Basically Jane doesn't have time to talk to anyone about it right now to do some. So I put it there so that council is still aware. I think ultimately what we will do is not put an item in the budget or not put an amount in the budget. We'll just say we're looking at financial software replacement. We will come back to council later in the year, and if we do have a recommendation to go with new financial software, It would just be a withdraw from the reserves to pay for that cost. So I didn't want to forget to put
Mhm.
financial software replacement in the like I forgot to put the E in the word. I don't want to forget the whole thing. So those are the items that we've got so far. Various departments are at different stages of development on their capital budget, but I just wanted the committee to know where we were at. See if there's anything that committee wants us to look into. On if there's anything, we're not really looking to take projects off at this point because we really just don't have an idea where we stand currently.
Okay.
More just for information for now.
Sure. I would like to see whether we could factor the software replacement into the computer equipment reserve
Okay,
that we have.
Sure.
I mean, it probably could be categorized as that. Depending on what that reserve looks like.
Yep. yeah, for sure. We can look at what's in the reserve now. Absolutely.
Okay.
That was all I had for any new business.
Okay, thank you. Then we can, so review of the financial statements for the period ending in January 31st, 2025. I did not have any questions.
No, it's in most of the groups other than environmental, because they did the water budget.
Mhm.
They'll have a lot of zeros because we haven't done budget yet, so.
Mhm.
Each of those groups did pull up the capital list and look at. Wasn't a discussion about what should go, what should stay. It was
Mhm.
just, here's what they've done so far. For awareness and planning on having another.
Yeah,
meeting before,
Yeah, our next scheduled meeting is the 11th of March. I'm anticipating possibly the 4th or 5th of March, depending on what days work for people, maybe having an extra committee meeting to go through the capital budget. Normally, that's what we do, is go through capital items one by one as a committee.
Mhm.
So hopefully we can be in a position to do that earlier in March.
and by that time, then we'd have more idea on revenues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'd-
if
it
we
gives us
didn't
a
have any
chance
of
to-
that.
Yep, exactly. Look at those revenues and see where we're at.
Fantastic. Good. All right, then the next meeting of the Finance and Administration Committee will be held maybe sooner, but at least March 11th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m.
Yep.
We can adjourn.
Thank you.
The date for the capital